Oh, hi, my name is Matt. Welcome to Church Street Crew. You've just caught me making a quick snack before the show. I'm making my favourite sandwich. I call it the Matt Sweet Banger Special, and it's delicious. I first discovered this delightful recipe many years ago when my fridge broke and I had to use everything in it before it went off. Now, you might think that it sounds quite strange, but it works really well. To start with, you need 2 slices of nice, fresh, buttered bread. Grill 2 or 3 of your favourite sausages, arrange them on the bread, and add some chopped raw onion. Then take a nice big spoonful of marmalade, either orange or lime work well, and spread it generously all over. Top with sliced apple and squirty cream, and there you go, a delicious Matt Sweet Banger Special, ready to enjoy. But before you dash off to make one for yourself, hang around and find out what's going on in Church Street today.
Here comes Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hey guys, I've been looking for you both.
What's up?
I wanted to invite you to come to the cinema with me. There's a new film that's just come out and I really wanted to see it. The trailer looks awesome.
It's not Fluffy Ponies 3D, is it? Thanks for the offer. But we're not into the same kind of movies as you are. All those cute animals, princesses and kissing. Bleh.
Hey, that's not my kind of movie either. I like a good bit of action, with lots of special effects and some explosions, and a good car chase or two.
Really?
Yes, really. So, are you up for it or not? We could go tomorrow evening.
Okay, if you really think we're going to like it, count us in.
Can we have popcorn?
We interrupt this programme for an important update on the latest news from Philippi.
Hello, and welcome to a special bulletin from Philippi News. In the early hours of this morning, a violent earthquake rocked part of the city, causing extensive damage to buildings, including the prison. We go live to our reporter on the scene for the latest update.
Thank you. Yes, I'm here at the scene of last night's unusual events. A huge earthquake hit the outskirts of the city just after midnight last night, extensively damaging the city prison. But it's the exact details of what happened there that are most surprising. I have with me one of the men who was being held in the prison at the time, but who is, as you can see, no longer inside. Please tell us what happened.
Well, it was a bit of a strange night anyway. I was still awake round about midnight. It's hard to sleep when you're chained to a wall. And to make things worse, there were these 2 guys, Paul and Silas, singing and talking at the tops of their voices.
Are those the same men who've been stirring up the city recently, going around talking about Jesus?
Yeah, that's them. I don't know why they were in prison really. They're not criminals. Anyway, as they were praying and praising God, the ground started shaking. It was an earthquake. But then, all of a sudden, the chains on our arms and legs just fell off. And what's more, the doors all flew open. I couldn't believe it. We were free.
Strange events indeed. But it wasn't good news for everyone. I have with me here the chief jailer, the man in charge of the prison. You must have feared the worst at this point.
Yes, I did. I was woken by the earthquake. The room was shaking so much I fell out of my bed. When I looked out, I saw to my horror that the prison doors were all open. The Romans don't take too kindly to their prisoners escaping. If they had all got away, that would have been the end of me. Just as I took out my sword, I heard a voice shouting at me from the prison, saying, "Don't harm yourself, we are all here." I couldn't believe it. I grabbed a light and went to see what was going on.
Can you describe what you found to the viewers at home?
It was amazing. All the prisoners were still there, even though they could have run away. This was when I knew it wasn't just a regular earthquake. What are the chances that all the chains would fall off and the doors would open, but nobody would try to escape? No, I knew that God was at work, and I had to find out what was going on. Now these two, Paul and Silas, hadn't stopped going on about God since they arrived here. Somehow I knew that they had the answer, and I begged them to help me.
What was their response?
They told me that I had to believe in Jesus. He was the only one who could save me and my family. Something inside told me that they were right. I needed to know more, so I invited them into my house.
Really? Weren't you afraid of putting your family in danger?
Not at all. Paul and Silas explained to all of us who Jesus is, what he had done, and what we needed to do to live his way. When we heard what they had to say, we knew that it was the truth, and we all decided to follow Jesus from now on. We were all filled with joy, because we now believe in God.
A truly unexpected twist in this bizarre story. What could have been a disaster has transformed the lives of this man and his whole family in the best possible way. But what will happen now to Paul and Silas and the other prisoners? Only time will tell. This is Nick Papatonis reporting live for Philippi News. Now, back to the studio.
Thank you, Nick. There's obviously plenty more to come in this fascinating story. Stay tuned to find out how things develop over the coming days, here on Philippi News.
Paul and Silas were so excited about Jesus that they wanted to tell everyone all about it. And so can we. In the Bible it says, "And we have seen and tell others that the Father sent his Son to be the Saviour of the world." You can find that in 1 John chapter 4 verse 14.
You are right, Hannah.
Yeah, that movie was brilliant. I especially liked the bit where they were on the jet-powered skateboard and the plane was chasing them.
Oh, really? I thought you were hiding under your seat at that part.
Very funny. What was your favourite bit, Aron?
The bit where Hannah paid for the popcorn.
It was really fun. We should find something cool to do next week.
Well, actually, I was going to ask you guys if you wanted to come to Kids Zone with me.
What's that?
It's the kids club at my church.
Church? Really?
I wanted to do something fun, Jake. Not sitting on a hard bench listening to some boring old person droning on.
It's not like that at all. We play games and make stuff. And here's some great stories from the Bible. There's a pool table and table tennis. And even a place where you can buy sweets. Loads of people from our school go. It's really cool.
Well, if you put it like that, I'll give it a go.
Great. It's on Friday night at 6:30. Will you come too, Aron?
Yeah, I suppose so. But only if I can buy sweets.
Typical Aron, always thinking about food. Talking about food, when you find something you really like, you can't help telling others about it. Just like I had to tell you how to make a Matt Sweet Banger special sandwich. And Hannah couldn't wait to invite the boys to go to the cinema with her, to watch that new film she was so excited about. When people find out about God and what he's done, they really want to tell others all about it. Just like Jake, when he invited his friend to the kids' club at church. And in the story from the Bible, even though Paul and Silas were in prison, they were still praying and singing songs to God where everyone could hear. Then, when God sent an earthquake and they were set free, they took the opportunity to tell the jailer and his family all about Jesus. They just couldn't stop talking to people about this amazing truth they'd found. And everyone in the jailer's family started following Jesus too. Even today, lots of Christians want to tell others about how they can be friends with Jesus. Some will even travel to other places to do this. They are sometimes called missionaries. They don't just talk about Jesus, They also help to provide things like education, good food, and clean water. Every person is valuable to God, but some have never had the chance to hear about Him. You will find missionaries all over the world, helping those who are going through difficult times, using practical skills to make their lives better, putting their training as doctors, teachers, or builders into action as they tell people the good news about Jesus. Telling others about Jesus isn't just for missionaries. Who knows, maybe one day you might decide to do something like that. But even now, you could start chatting to your friends and family about Jesus. Today's challenge is: get to know more about Jesus. Tell others about Him. There are lots of things that will help you to do this. Talk to someone you know who is a Christian. Join a kids club in a local church. Maybe there's one near you. And read the Bible for yourself. Check out bible.com/kids. That's it for now. Thanks for watching Church Street Crew.